Hi, my name is Aziz. In this video, I'm going to help you analyze data in Excel. Whenever you are analyzing data, try to follow this structure. This has been very helpful for me. First, identify the audience, then identify the core requirement such as sales performance report, then break down the core requirement in smaller questions, which I'll show you in a minute, then analyze data and finalize the summary. I downloaded this raw data from kaggle.com. I've included the link here in the table sheet. You can download this file, and there are many other files. All of them have dummy data, so you can download and do your own analysis. Based on this raw data, we are going to carry out our analysis. I have broken down the core requirement into smaller questions, such as the first question is, can we compare year-over-year sales by category for 2024 and 2023? Which category is performing the best or worse? To answer this question, let's create a pivot table. I'm going to go to the raw data, select all the relevant columns, click on pivot table, and I'm going to put this table here. First, we need sales, which is total amount. And this is for this is the total sale for all the years. We don't need all the years. We just need 2 years. So let's take the dates. We need just 2 years, the last 2 years, 2023 and 2024. Let's move the years here. We don't need the quarters. We don't need the months. We don't need the order date. We just need the category. Let's turn the grand total off. When it's we are looking at 2 years data, the grand total of 2 years doesn't make much sense. Let's get rid of the decimals. Now we have 2 years data, but we don't have the comparison yet. So what we will do is put the total amount again. And we will create a percentage difference from years. So this way you can see the comparison, year-over-year comparison. But if I can add some kind of visual cues, that really helps us quickly see what's going on. So I'm going to select this comparison, go to home, conditional formatting, and then let's use color scales. Now you can see toys and games is performing worst. It's down year-over-year 9%, whereas home and kitchen is 2% up, so it's performing the best. Now the next question is, can we compare year-over-year sales by month? Which month is performing the best or worst? So here, what I'm going to do, copy this pivot table, put it here. And we don't need the category now. We are just want to look at the months. So our month is already here. I'll put the month here. Now we have a year-over-year comparison for all the months. Again, what I'm going to do, I'll select this and go to home, use the color scale. So you can see January and February are performing worse. It's 23% down, whereas November is significantly up, 149K to 171K. Just remember, you are the one who is asking these questions, and you are the one who is answering this question by doing analysis for the audience. Nobody is asking these questions in the report. The next question is, can we compare sale by brand and by month for 2024? For that, we are going to copy this pivot table, put it here. And now we have the previous data. We have the month, but we don't have the brands. right? And we don't need 2 years, we only need 2024 now. 2024. Let's remove this comparison column as well. We have the month, we don't have the brand yet. Let's put the, move the year to filter because we don't need the year anymore. I'll move the here month, and then what I'll do, I'll put the brand on this side. You can see how the brand is performing. And same way, I can create a visual. Here you can see which brand is performing worse and which brand is performing well. And I can add additional category. If I get this category and put it before brand, for each category I'll be able to see how each brand is performing over the months. The next question is, who are our top customers this year and what is their contribution? Now we don't want the months anymore. It's asking about the whole year or year to date data, right? So if I copy this and put it here, we don't need the categories anymore. We don't need the months anymore. We don't need the brands anymore. So let's keep the sales for 2024, and then let's put the customer data now, and then sort it from largest with the largest contribution to the smallest contribution. And when it's asking about contribution or proportional contribution, it's always helpful to see some kind of comparison, right? So let's see the comparison of grand total. This is their comparison. So this Vikash Joshi guy contributed 1% of this year's sale. You can always use the filter to create top 30 guests. Now let's look at how much discount was offered for each category. I will select this pivot table. I'm doing everything by pivot table is because it's much faster, but sometimes it's helpful to use formulas instead of pivot table. So here's the pivot table, and we want the discount. So we don't want the sales anymore. We want the discounts. How much discount was offered by, so we want the category and we want the discount offered. This was the discount offer. It doesn't have the currency, so I'll go here to value field setting, number format, currency. We don't need the decimals for now. And these, for each category, this was the discount offer. Total discount was offered 28,000. I can also do this amount, and I put the sales amount side by side so that you can see the discount and discount sales and discount side by side. Now if you want to see the net sales, which is a deduction of discount from these sales, you go to pivot table, analyze, field setting, calculated field, and you can say net sale. In the formula you can select the total amount, which is here, minus discount offered here, and click add. Select this one and you have the net sales. This is the last question. What was the mode of shipment for the last 2 years? Can we see that in a chart? So let's select this one, this table, this pivot table. We don't need the categories anymore. We need the shipment and the mode of shipment. We don't need the sales or discount or anything else. So let's create the shipment, mode of shipment, which is flight, route, and ship, and we need a count. So there was total 188 shipment. You can see the majority was by ship. If you want to see the percentage, we can just bring it here and then show value as grand total. So 67% of this was by ship. And if you want to see this in a chart, let's create a chart, which we can do by going to pivot table analyze, pivot chart, and we can create any type of chart here, right? And in this chart, let's add the data labels. You can see the chart here. The good thing about the pivot chart is that, yeah, you can just remove anything like shipment, and let's put categories. You will see the categories, how many times each category was shipped. Or you can put any other. Let's select brand now, and you can now look at the brands, what brands were selected. So when you're modifying pivot table, the pivot chart is also changing. When you're done with the analysis part, then create a summary, such as overall sales declined 5.57% from 2023 to 2024, dropping from 2.09 million to 1.97 million. Sales in 2024 were down 5.57% overall. So I'm not going to go through the whole thing, just create some kind of summary for your audience so that people can choose to just read the summary, and then if needed go to the tables for further clarification. And you create a sheet, like notes and or assumptions. Often when we are preparing report, we need to make some kind of assumptions, or we need to mention some disclaimers, so write down here so that your audience can go through these to avoid any type of confusion. Hopefully this video has helped you a little bit. Thank you for watching. I'll try to make more videos in the future and help you learn doing more analysis.